Hello, my name is Dr. Alan Kerry and I'd like to welcome you to another podcast from the South Essex GP Training website. With me I have Dr. Sunil Gupta and we're going to discuss the topic of the emotional bank account. Sunil, what is an emotional bank account?
The emotional bank account is a metaphor devised by Stephen Covey that describes the amount of trust that has been built up in a relationship. And just as with any bank account, we can make deposits and withdrawals. However, instead of dealing with units of monetary value, we deal with emotional units. The emotional units that Stephen Covey speaks of are centred around trust.
Can you say a few words about a positive emotional bank account, therefore, and an overdrawn emotional bank account?
So a few words about positive emotional bank account. Relationships need continuing deposits to sustain a large reserve of trust, especially for those people who we have regular interactions with. When we make emotional deposits into someone's bank account, their fondness, trust and confidence in us grows and our relationship develops and grows. If we keep a positive reserve in our relationships by making regular deposits, there'll be greater tolerance for our mistakes and we'll enjoy open communication with that person. So a few words about overdrawn emotional bank account. Actions which cause withdrawals include discourtesy, disrespect, overreacting and betraying trust. When we make withdrawals and our balance becomes low or even overdrawn, then bitterness, mistrust and discord develops. And if we are to salvage the relationship, we must make even greater conscious efforts to make regular deposits.
Can you list the 6 major deposits one may make into the emotional bank account?
Number 1, understanding the individual. Number 2, attending to the little things. Number 3, keeping commitments. Number 4, clarifying expectations. Number 5, showing personal integrity. And number 6, apologising sincerely when you make a withdrawal.
Thank you. Can you expand on those deposits in a bit more detail for us?
So number 1, understanding the individual. Really seeking to understand another person is probably one of the most important deposits you can make, and it's the key to every other deposit. You simply do not know what constitutes a deposit in an emotional bank account to a person until you understand them, because what might be a deposit for you might be perceived as a withdrawal by someone else if it does not touch their interests or needs. Number 2, attending to the little things. Little courtesies, kind words, warm smiles are at the heart of the little things that brighten up a relationship, and it shows recognition and awareness of others. Small discourtesies, little unkindness, little forms of disrespect make large withdrawals. To have successful relationships, it's the little things that really become the big things. Number 3, keeping commitments. Keeping a commitment or a promise is a major deposit. Breaking a commitment or promise is a major withdrawal. There's probably not a more massive withdrawal than to make a promise that is important to someone and then not to come through. The next time you make a promise, they will not believe you. Number 4, clarifying expectations. A lot of relationship difficulties are caused by conflicting or ambiguous expectations about each other's roles and goals. It's very frustrating in a relationship not understanding what is expected of you. Each of us sees life differently and has had different backgrounds and life experiences, so may have different expectations. Also, many expectations are implicit. So fulfilling expectations makes deposits in a relationship, and violating expectations makes withdrawals. And it's important to try to make the expectations clear and explicit. Number 5, showing personal integrity. Personal integrity generates trust and is the basis of many different kinds of deposits. Lack of integrity can undermine almost any other effort to create high trust accounts. Integrity includes but goes beyond honesty. Integrity involves keeping promises and fulfilling expectations. Integrity involves treating everyone by the same set of principles, and one way to manifest integrity is to be loyal to those who are not present. And number 6, apologising sincerely when you make a withdrawal from the emotional bank account. When we make withdrawals from the emotional bank account, we need to apologise and we need to do it sincerely. Knowing when you are wrong and admitting your mistake prevents the wounds that you've caused in others from festering and allows them to heal. So sincere apologies makes a deposit. But if you repeat the same mistakes over and over again and then apologise, that will probably be interpreted as insincerity, and in which case that will be a withdrawal from the emotional bank account.
Thank you. So in summary, the emotional bank account is a very helpful metaphor to help us improve our relationships. We can build trust by understanding the individual, by attending to the little things, by keeping commitments, by clarifying expectations, by showing personal integrity, and by apologising sincerely when we do make a withdrawal. Both Sunil and I would like to thank you for listening, and we hope you'll listen to some of the other podcasts from the South Essex GP Training website.